I'm Margaret in Windsor, and well, it's about 1 o'clock tonight. I got up to go to the bathroom a while ago, and I made the mistake of turning on the comments to my YouTube channel. And to the gentleman about, well, anyway, the response is from one person, and I'm not going to mention their names. If I had a coat or not, they were concerned that I might. Anyway, I mean, it's so ridiculous. I'm Margaret in Windsor, and I better be quiet because other people are sleeping here, I'm sure. Oh, I was kidnapped and brought over here, and I put all this up, so I'm not going to reiterate again. And given the name it, Peggy Ann Dempsey, I married Childers. So all the horror that me and my sons have gone through here, and this would be the end of my life. I'm almost 80 years old, so I don't have much time left. So the concern today focused on somebody that was came on and took it upon themselves to go on and contact this person that a coat was being sent to me. That was the topic of the conversation in part. Not that I was kidnapped and brought over here and told about mind control murders before I found out about my kidnapping in 1983. My concern was about mind control, and I'd worked for doctors, and I was telling about it and about Larry McDonald, congressman, doctor, and political things that the Illuminati controlled press doesn't tell you. So excuse me for giving the news and trying to get the pain and suffering that I've gone through at the hands of the Americans and some of my own people that you engaged in taking down the British Empire, or the attempt to. And this is exactly what I've met with when I told people about what they had done to me. They were offended. And this has just proven it this has, because I put up about a couple of videos about the United States invading Great Britain is what they did. Whether you like the truth or not, that's the truth. And you kidnapped me and brought me over here. Jeff K., your president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, appointed his father. I've said all this over and over again, very many times. And if you're more concerned about keeping an image that's untrue, and it's very untrue, that's up to you. I was concerned about Scott Peterson. He's on death row. I thought his parents might like to know all this. And if you don't believe me about the mind control murders, you don't. If the day comes soon that what's been done to me, my kidnapping, and the crimes that are so hideous against me and my children, and this country, I'm here in this country, and there are a few good people. I think part of the FBI tried to help, and part of the police tried to help. I've lived a horrible life, which should be a concern of people, not trying to ask me. The comment suddenly came up from this one woman, and I'm not mentioning names, that she was going to heaven. Where was I going? Well, I referred her to God, since that would be the one that would know. I don't, I'm wondering what her point is. What'd she expect me to say, and why did she make that comment? So this is in response. This comments that have come in, and it's not funny. I laugh to get through it. I wonder why I did it. Why I had to be kidnapped and brought over here, and my money stolen, and Meghan Markle is going all over the place, and nothing against Meghan. I just wonder where it all goes. And you all that claim you're going to heaven, maybe you are. I don't know, but I don't know. Think about it. What I did was I didn't kidnap myself. I didn't lie about my father, which is still going on. My mom, a beautiful lady from Madison, Wisconsin. I would think that would concern you so because you love America so. Now it's gotten down to I simply, and I almost wish I hadn't. Now someone put up about, well, I'm not even going to say it. The topic of conversation was I going to heaven? And somebody saying that, which they misused my whole text of YouTube and Facebook for all these years. So I'll be accused of babbling, and this batty old woman, and nobody's concern is about the text of what I've been telling about the mind control murders. They're angry that I'm telling about the United States part in my kidnapping, and I'm still here. And the subject of conversation tonight was a woman, do I have a coat or not, being sent to me. And I guess she wanted to make sure I didn't get 2 coats sent to me. I don't know what her point was, or her point was just what's happening, me going and responding to her. And unbelievable. So now then, I've simply asked over the years, my money's been spent. I was brought over here. I'm a hostage, and there was ransom paid for me, and everybody feels their hands are clean. All the crimes had been committed by this country, and your hands are clean. You got the money from all of it, and you hate me for telling it. So sorry if you want to call this babbling. And if anybody questions whether I'm going to heaven or hell, let them ask God. I don't have his background checks. I don't have whether somebody else is going to heaven or hell. I have to wonder why, after putting this up, a couple of videos about the Americans' part of making my country fight against herself in Honduras and all over, it's been the Brits, while I sit here, the monarch, and your concern is suddenly asking a question out of the blue, which this person said she's going to heaven. Where was I going? So I have to wonder about her concern, sudden concern, And I directed her to God. I mean, he's the person to ask, So I want to thank you for all your concern, because I can tell I'm living here, and my life's been hell, and people telling me how great, and I should salute the flag, and they've flown it in my face and made me. It's unbelievable. So that it's been allowed to happen, and it's come down to this: that the subject is whether I'm telling somebody that I'm getting a coat that I don't know anything about. Nobody told me about it. And this is the subject, and if I'm going to heaven or hell.